Short films are fairly easy to define as they are unique and differ from a full-length film. Generally speaking, a short film normally consists of a running time of 3 to 20 minutes long, have a basic and simple storyline, 1 to 3 main characters, an intriguing plot twist, basic settings, creativity, and survives off a very small budget. Horror is a very popular genre choice for short films as they are moderately easy to construct and develop. Typically, there are certain elements of film production that goes into conforming to the horror genre. Dark locations and scenes, isolated settings, exaggerated sound, minimal number of characters, and modern and relatable storyline are very typical of the horror genre. These are all used for mainly atmospheric reasons, as horror have a very large emphasis on the build-up and tension to give the audience the thrill they are seeking when watching. After having done a lot of research in these conventions in preparation of my film, I naturally conformed to a lot of these short film and horror genre aspects. To start with, my film fitted the 3 to 5 minute time period a normal short film would fulfill. I had 2 main characters, a basic and low budget filming location, a simple storyline, and most importantly, a plot twist. As a typical horror film is so largely based on the suspense, build-up and emotion, a plot twist was vital for my film to effectively work well. So a twist is the perfect way to leave the audience satisfied. So in conclusion of this, these conventions and decisions really help build up the tension in order to make my film as successful as possible. I also conform to usual horror genre fundamentals in addition to this. The lighting is very dark throughout the whole of my film, which helped me in adding to the fear of the unknown. Other methods I used were playing on the suspense, emotion and atmospheric methods to create tension and anticipation. An isolated setting was used, and in the editing process I used conventional over-exaggerated horror sound effects and music to conform to the horror of the film. Conforming to these things proved effective and meant I was able to achieve what I wanted. My short film is on similar lines of films such as Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead, and was definitely an inspiration when planning and working on my piece. I used the idea and liked the idea of having a comical anticlimactic plot twist at the end, as well as my audience, as they have stated this in my audience feedback in the planning stages of my film. There were very few conventions that I subverted, other than initially not wanting to use any sound, but changing my mind later on as I realised using sound would be far more appropriate for my film. My film poster was very conventional of the horror genre. I used an image that fills the entire frame in order to attract the attention of the target audience, which is vital for a horror poster. Were it to be small, it wouldn't be as appealing and they may look over it, but if the image fills the frame or looks abnormal, the attention is immediately caught. The main image needed to be intriguing, so dark lighting really helps, as this adds to a sense of mystery. Also, I conform to other conventional aspects of horror posters, such as the bold lettering and font choice for my title, tagline and cast names, etc., the simple title, the intriguing tagline, the use of a release date on my poster, a star rating, and the layout of the bidding block. Similarly, I was a conformist when creating my film review. I followed the guidelines of previously published reviews in magazines, with Empire magazine being my biggest inspiration. I followed the layout of a normal film review, with a large section of the review being taken over by an image, giving a rating of the film, quoting, large titling and a tagline, and textual information including things such as the director of the film, cast and release date. I used similar fonts and sizing and a modern looking, sleek and professional colouring in to make sure that my review looks similar to those in Empire magazine. I columned my text in the normal style of a review, as looked at in my research before the creation of my own, and wrote my article in the most similar way as I could to the published film reviews.